Why did he kill her father?
You would have to ask him.
Okay, well, why is Matilda with him anyway?
Matilda told you that she was charged by the father of Ragnar to
Uh,
protect him because he clearly couldn't protect himself.
okay then, so I'm going to ask Reinhard, why did you kill him? Matilda's father.
I was ordered to.
Oh, Jesus. By who?
The Rising Phoenix.
God,
I worked for them.
why would they hire a guy that lies
Because
about
would
everything?
respect a man like me.
I just groan
I'm gonna be
incredibly loudly.
perfectly honest. If like I was able to get him to bed, I probably would have stabbed him in his sleep. So
And he looks directly at Matilda, who is currently behind you, and the only thing blocking her from him is currently you two. And he looks directly at her, and he's like nudging away. Looks directly at her, and he grins, and he's like, and not only that, I killed him in his sleep, and that is like the lowest crime a Nord can possibly commit. That is like the most heinous crime a Nord can possibly commit is killing a man in his sleep.
Oh, okay. So, you know
And,
what?
and she walks slowly forward. She is wielding a worn battle axe, and she is like, "Please let me kill him."
Okay, so I'm going to turn to her
as
and
long as I
say,
get the soul.
okay. So I'm going to turn to her and say, you will, but first let me just clarify some things. Guards, are you all right with Matilda settling this right here and now?
And and the guards look at you, and you're like, "Are you kidding?
Yeah.
This man committed a murder and killed a man in his sleep. We would welcome it. Hell, we'll
Okay.
even hold his head down for you."
You know what? I think, you know what, Matilda? I think you should settle this via duel. I know this man's the lowest form of scum, but I feel like with all this treachery and backstabbing, a good old-fashioned duel will be
Okay, so Ragnar is given a sword, and guards around the city blockade. Let me show you. Blockade this entire bit off.
Klaus, gather a crowd to witness this.
Come one, come all, I say with the Watoji.
Okay, so like after a few minutes, a crowd gathers. Like the entire town is gathered to see this spectacle, and Matilda looks at you, Sigurd. She's like, she says, "Please back off. I'm not
Um,
can control myself."
of course. But before she begins, I'm just going to do a little speech. Citizens of Whiterun, before you laze two combatants, Matilda, I'm sorry, I'm blanking again. What's her last name?
Uh, it was Stargazer.
Matilda Stargazer and Ragnar of Rourke said, Ragnar stands accused of stealing glory and more heinously killing a Legion officer, Lucas Starsign, in his sleep. Today the gods will decide if Ragnar is guilty. May they look favorably on the just and let the duel begin.
Can I do epic battle music?
Okay, I will put on battle music. Thank you very much.
I see you don't want me to roll a performance for this.
No, I'm good. Nothing against you. It's just like I had something prepared for this moment.
Okay.
You just see her lunge forward, teeth bared, and she's announcing a battle cry for the ages. She's like, "Ah!" And you see like Ragnar like with the sword in hand, sort of getting in a ready stance. For 5 minutes, the battle is completely even, trading blows. They slightly get cut. Matilda slightly gets a cut on her cheek, and Ragnar gets a cut on his bicep. And you abruptly see Ragnar duck. Sigurd, can you give, and Klaus, can you both give me perception check with advantage since you're paying so close attention to this battle?
Okay.
Nice. You both see Ragnar drop to the floor as if to like dodge out of the way, grab some dirt, and throw it in Matilda's eyes. And she is wiping her eyes.
Can I attempt prestidigitation to clear that out?
Let me finish first,
Okay.
please. And you see her wiping it, and you see Ragnar lunge forward with, and like brings up the sword, and you see him cut deep into her shoulder, into her right shoulder, and you can do prestidigitation, whatever. Please give me the spell card so I can.
I do have to move a little bit closer, actually.
Okay. Give me the spell card, can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Clean or soil? Okay, I just had to make sure. Okay, so you see that like the dirt cleans from her eyes. Ragnar's grinning, and he's like kind of like doing a little dance. And he's like, aha, I got you, you fucking bitch. And she's like, all right, enough with the lies. You have lied, you have stolen, you have murdered for the last time. And you see, Sigurd, you all of a sudden just see before you, standing before you, the spirit of your old friend, Lucas Stargazer. And he nods to you while touching his daughter's shoulder. And you see her raise her mighty battle axe and cut Ragnar's head completely off. Like it's like moving through butter. And he looks at you, and you hear a voice in your head, Sigurd. You hear this. Take good care of my daughter. Treat her as your own, please.
Of course, old friend.
So about that soul I said that I was going to take.
His head is on the ground.
Here, let me mute myself.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
And you see that before he had died, since you're right near him, Klaus, you see that he had soiled himself.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, I'm going to flick my wrist and send him off to the realm of Sheogorath.
Okay, and okay, so you sort of do this incantation that Sheogorath taught you, and you sort of see this in your head. You see Ragnar, without a head, go into the realm. And Sheogorath is hanging him upside down by his toenails. and is currently tickling him to death repeatedly.
I give a thumbs off into the distance, which looks really weird to anybody that's not seeing this, which is literally everybody but me.
Like Shane Gorath is giving you a thumbs up. He's like, thanks, I'm having fun here. And you not only see like Ragnar there, you see Orunthur there, and you see him completely cut in half. And you see a few, like, Dremora cutting off little pieces of him and serving it. And you see the other guy who was attempting to rape Adrian. You see him there repeatedly getting his dick torn off.
I'm pretty happy with this.
Excellent. So,
I let her know. I step up to her. I have sent his soul off to be tortured through all of eternity. He will be tickled to death over and over and over again.
And she looks at you and she's like, "Can I, wait, could I make a suggestion for torture?"
I wouldn't suggest putting in a suggestion, but if you want to try.
These.
I can try, but yeah.
And she whispers in your ear. She is like, "How about you make him break every mirror he looks at, and then cut him with that mirror?" Since he's so self-absorbed, it would be the ultimate torture for him.
I attempt to send that message to Sheogorath.
And you hear this voice in your head. He's like, "Well, that's a fantastic idea. I love this mortal. All right, Dremor, we're switching it up."
It is done.
fantastic. So, I'm going to yell loudly. Let it be known that Ragnar the Red has been found guilty of murder and thieving of glory. He shall deserve no burial.
The
sorry.
the funny thing is that there is a bard currently in the area, and he's currently singing something. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar.
No. I walk up to him, no. And I start singing, oh, there once was a hero.
You're trying to steal it from him, trying to make your original work.
Bard fight! So are you two guys just going to try to like sing each other, or like what are you trying?
You guys are actually sounding more like a duet, and like the crowd is loving it.
Okay.
You know that one song that it's that duet that's a guy and a woman that's like, oh, you can't sing better than me? Oh yeah, I can.
Oh, you mean I can do anything better than you?
Yes. It basically turns into that.
And you guys like unknowingly, you create the legendary like Ragnar the Red song without even knowing it.
Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Oh,
And like
okay.
he writes it down, and he was like, here, I'll write it down, and you get to be the creator. Just let me publish it. It'll be under your name, though. You'll get all the credit.
Credits.
Yeah, basically, he wants to write it, but you get to be the creator, and you get all the benefits.
Yes.
And he's like, great! And he's like, starts scribbling down, and like he's giddy right now. He's like, this is going to be a hit. I can see it now. But the battle over, she is panting she is in pain right now because the sword went clear through her right shoulder.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm gonna tell her to sit down. Mend the shoulder. I'm gonna look to the guards and tell them take this filth out and dump his corpse in the forest for the wolves.
And one of the guards say, "I'll do you one better. I know of a great manure field not too far from here."
Fantastic. Oh, actually, I turned to Matilda. Is there anything you want from his corpse? I mean, you killed him, so you have rights to anything he had.
She was like, "There's only one thing I want from him." And she takes his head, lifts it up, and starts punching it repeatedly.
Metal.
Until literally his face is almost unrecognizable. And she's like, "There, I'm satisfied."
Okay, cool. So I can just take the rest of his stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she doesn't want it. She only wanted him to be unrecognizable.
Yeah, that's good. I get that. So yeah, go ahead, Klaus. Take what you want.
What goodies does he have?
What goodies, good boy? He has a moldy piece of bread. He has a little piece of cheese in his pockets. For some reason, there's a rotten piece of fish in his pockets as well. There is also a small purse of gold that only contains 2 gold pieces. And a beautiful, you've never seen anything like it, but a beautiful dagger.
Ew, hello there.
It's not used for battle or anything, but it's beautiful. Like, you've never seen anything like it. You're not sure. Well, let me restate. You're not sure if it's used for battle because it's so beautiful. Allow me to give it to you now. I'm gonna put it in your journal, and I'm gonna rename it Mystery Dagger.
Alright. I will definitely use that moldy piece of bread at some point.
There you go. It should be in your journal right now. If you want to look at it, go right ahead. So what are you planning on doing now?
So, I'm going to, take Matilda to the side. I'm going to be looking at her wound. And I'm going to do act like that coach for a boxer after we won a big fight. You did good, kid.
Oh, by the way, Sigurd, you see two guardsmen have come up with medical supplies.
Ooh, fantastic. So I'm going to use those medical supplies to, clean up her wounds.
And she looks at you with tears in her eyes, and she's like, "What am I going to do now?"
I'm going to, put my hand on.
She is a really young, despite her being she is only 20 years old at this point in time. And she has been through many battles, so despite her young age, so she looks at you with tears in her eyes, looking for guidance.
So I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder. I'm going to look her eyes and say, first, just out of character background. Does she have a mother, or was it just her father?
Her mother died in childbirth.
Okay, so, so anyway, back in character, put my hand on her shoulder, look her dead in the eyes, and say, you're going to go back to your home. You're going to give your father the burial he deserves, and then you're going to make him proud. You're going to go out and do more adventures. You're going to do, well, like I said, make your father proud. You put him to rest. Now show him why, now honor his name.
And she races up and gives, puts her right hand to her heart, and she's like, "Thank you for all you have done."
Thank you for that. Oh, sorry.
And she's like, "I must go and give my father a proper burial." And she starts walking off.
Thanks for the soul.
Go with honor.
And she kind of grins at you, Skarness, and she's like, "Thank you for giving whoever it was a suggestion."
No problem.
And she vanishes from sight. The guards have also carried off the body of Ragnar the Red. And the insanity that had happened is now over. The guards are already singing that song that they had overheard from you, Skarness and the Bard. And they're like, "I can't believe that the Bard who made this is currently in our little town." I know, right? What are you guys currently doing? What are your plans?
So I feel like we should go back to the Sleeping Giant Inn, get that rest.
Yeah. Also, before we do that, I do want to look over the dagger to see if I can figure out if there's anything special about it.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
I want to see if there's anything magical about it. So.
Okay, give me an Arcana. Oh,
It's
God.
normal.
What the hell? Seriously. 7, 3, 12, 11, 4, 12, 11. Seriously, what the hell? You know what? I'm going to give you another. Roll that shit again. This is just bullshit. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. I really feel sorry for Scuffles right now. Is it okay with you, Sigurd, if I give this one to him? Because
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
I've had a rough day.
Okay, you know for a fact that this is an ancient magic. You can't quite pinpoint it. It's not quite as ancient as, like, maybe Dremora was your first thought, but it is extremely ancient magic. You can't pinpoint what exactly magic it uses. It's just extremely powerful.
Did I use that spell? I used that spell on Hideous Laughter on that drunk guy, right?
You tried, but it didn't work due to the fact of him being so fucking drunk.
So did it use up the spell?
Yes.
Okay. Because
You
I have
have-
Identify, but I just don't have any spells left.
It's like midnight right now after all that crap happened with Ragnar.
Off to bed.
Yeah.
So you guys get rooms and you guys eat before you do your own thing before you go to bed. And like Sigurd, before you go to bed, what are your thoughts on the day? Because like you've just met with a old friend and you saw all this crap happen to us, to you and to the people around you, and you know for a fact that the Rising Phoenix ordered the hit on Matilda's father. What are your thoughts?
So, well, now that now I'm a lot more personally invested in this. Before, it was just like, okay, why are they trying to kill and kidnap me? But now that we know who the organization is, now I want to get, Nord vengeance and all that. Want to, take them down and eliminate them for murdering one of my comrades and friends. So, after we rest up, I'll do maybe a couple things before that. But yeah, he's pretty focused on getting his revenge now.
Okay, I was just curious. Now, you guys rest for a good 8 hours, so you get all your abilities back. And you wake up fully rested, and the first scent that comes to your noses is bacon, and eggs, and sausage. And you get out of your rooms, and you just see before you on the little spit. Hold on, let me bring you back to the sleeping guy, man. You just see before you the spit right here. Do you see where I'm pinging?
If you shift ping, it'll drag us over to it.
Hold on. Shift ping. Boop. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. You see is a wall of bacon. There are at least 50 pieces of bacon on this one rack. And on below that is a little turntable with sausages, and on the coals themselves, you see that the eggs are sizzling sunny side up.
So, is anyone cooking this right now?
Oh yeah. The man you chased out before, he's clearly. Oh well, he's clearly been. Sorry, I think.
Yeah, someone's knocking.
Yeah, I don't know who, but I think it's outside of my window. That's fucking weird. But anywho, the man who was drunk before has clearly been sobered.
Oh, okay.
And he's turning the bacon. He's turning the sausages. He's doing all the work, and he has a really severe hangover.
I would think so. Yeah, so I'm gonna ask the man how much it is for a plate of this stuff.
He's like, a plate of this? Well, that's the big boy breakfast. No one has ever been able to eat it all. That's why it's a challenge.
Challenge, you say?
Oh, a challenge.
Yes, a challenge, because if you can eat it all in one sitting, you get it for free.
When is it be done? Well, how much do we have to pay?
You don't. If you don't if you don't eat it all, you have to pay 50 gold.
Let me I haven't bought anything, so I do have money. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I'm guessing my thing by popular demand does not let me get this for free.
Oh no! It's you can try the challenge.
No, I meant I was talking about if I failed, I don't think that by popular demand that gives me free meals at.
Yeah, you have to pay for it.
Well, I'm just gonna
Like,
go get my
there
free
is-
meal.
What free meal?
Oh, I have my popular demand. As long as I perform in towns and stuff, I can always find a place to stay for free and have free food.
Well, that's as long as you succeed in a performance check.
That was the whole performance last night.
Yeah, that was last night.
Oh, I'll try another thing. Oh, give me food! Oh, give me food!
Hold on, I'll be right back. Just discuss some things. I gotta go bathroom.
Yeah, sure.